Joke's on you, bastards.
You dare to hold your knife to an engine? You must be king and your name must be Simba. I'm so high up.
What the fuck is up? Higher point of view here. We on that Skywalker OG. I just got a fresh batch. That shit looks really fire, so we about to handle that. But I'm here to discuss the Lakers and their lineup woes. So Brandon Ingram is supposed to return tonight. We're playing the Timberwolves. Brandon Ingram is supposed to return tonight, and he says, there's reports that he said that he's returning back to the starting lineup. Now, this is not what I wanted. I think right now, at this point in his career, he will be a better bench option. He needs to get bigger. He needs to develop his offense a little more. And I just think Kyle Kuzma his body is ready. He has the body, he has the mindset, and he has the skill set to play with LeBron. And they complement each other very well. And when you have LeBron on the court, you really need to have somebody, I'm not going to say a sniper, but just a real good catch and shoot person. And Kuz is a lot better at the catch and shoot than Ingram is. Ingram shows a little hesitancy, you know, and he's a more off the dribble kind of guy, you know, an ISO guy, you know. So again, what better way to get better at that than playing against second-rate defenses on the bench? It's not the worst thing in the world. And besides, what adversity has Ingram had to go through? He's been the golden boy this whole time, if you think about it. They were on D'Lo's ass as soon as he came in. Although he did that dumbass shit with Nick Young, you know, that was on him. But after that, they was on his ass since he came in. Julius Randle, after the second, third year, they're like, man, they couldn't wait to trade him. They kept seeing what they're gonna do with him. What are we gonna do with Randle? Are we gonna trade him? Are we gonna keep him? Same thing with Lonzo. His dad say something wrong, he's on a trading block. Oh, they're thinking about trading Lonzo. Oh, he faked the injury report so he wouldn't get traded. Oh, like, all those people have dealt with all that. What have Ingram dealt with? Oh, he's untouchable. He's untouchable in any trade. We must keep Ingram. Oh, he's the next Durant. He hasn't had any adversity. So I think that it will be the perfect time now for Coach Luke Walton to just keep the lineup how it is. Don't put him in the starting lineup. You see what happened with Melo last year when he got totally taken out of position. It's an adjustment period, and you can't play the same way. Melo's a 3. He's been a 3 his whole career. They put him at 4 last year against at OKC. In the playoffs, you going against Gobert and Derek Favors. Melo don't want that. What is he going to do with them? He can't shoot over them. They're bigger than him. He can't back them down. He can't do anything. You think Ingram's going to be able to do that with his thin ass? So he still needs to develop, get some meat on his bones, and from the beginning, we knew he was going to be a project. This is going to take some time. Kuzma's not a project. Kuzma's ready to go. Kuzma is just as good as Jason Tatum. They're really the same player to me. And we all know who gets way more public credit in the NBA. Who gets more credit, Kuzma or Tatum? They give Kuzma love, they do, but they put Tatum over the top. Like he's the next coming of, I don't know, which he might be, but you gotta put Kuz right there. His game is ready, man. He has the versatility. He has the teardrop. He can shoot threes. He can do a little post. I just think, and he's still getting better. He's gotten better from last year defensively. You can tell, I can already tell he's a little better defensively this year. So he's still improving. And he's a better player than Ingram right now. Ingram been sitting on fucking 14 points the past 2 years. I think his rookie year he averaged, 12? So I just think that the suspension was perfect timing to show what Kuz can do in the starting lineup. And he did show what he can do. Not only did we win our first games with that, but his production and numbers compared to Ingram's, overall better. And they're still not even at the top where they should be. Kuzma's not even where he could possibly be right now either. So that shows you that he needs to be starting right now. Ingram needs to And I remember a point last year where Julius Randle was the starter the whole time, and he got benched. And I was like, oh, how's he gonna react to this? And he got better. He just got angry, and he just brought that fire off the bench that we needed last year. I really think Ingram needs to be that dude. Again, like the Melo situation last year, and this is gonna show the difference of Donovan and Luke Walton. I think Luke Walton, he's cool with changing lineups, actually to a detriment. He used so many lineups last year, I motherfucking lost count. So he's good at doing that. It's a different thing when LeBron's around. You ain't just gonna change lineups like that. I'm sure he'll have some input on that. But I think he has the balls, testicular fortitude to actually make changes and not worry about what a player thinks of him. Not like Billy Donovan, where he wouldn't even consider benching Melo. At least one game during last year, at some point, I really believe Oklahoma City, Billy Donovan should have been like, you know what, Melo? Let's try you off of the bench. You'll get the same minutes. You will be able to run the offense and be that guy. Again, and it's against second, you'll get your position back, you'll be the small forward, and it's against second units most of the time. And you'll still get minutes, and we might let you finish the game. And you could be that guy off of the bench and transition to this 6 Man of the Year candidate kind of guy. Why wouldn't you get that? You ain't gonna get anything else at this point, Melo. Get your 6 Man, get you that kind of award. You know what I'm saying? You should have did that last year in Oklahoma City. I think the team would have been a lot better. But back on the Lakers, that's what I think they should do. I think Luke should do it. And it was perfect that the suspension happened. I really but I was thinking it would be like 10 games. But hopefully I was wishing it was like 14. Just so we can let Kuz, just so it could be undeniable that he should start. But now it was only a couple games, so people are still like, oh no, still giving him a chance, which I'm not throwing Ingram under the bus. I love mine, and I think he's going to work. But at this point, at this time, he's not quite there yet. So I think he'll be better off of the bench, but they say he's starting. So seeing that he is starting, this is what I hope Coach Luke Walton does. Although I don't want Josh Hart out of the starting lineup, he can come off of the bench and, he's the kind of player and temperament that he could do either one. He's not going to cause a problem. He could start or be on the bench. It doesn't matter. So what I think Luke is going to do, I think he's going to experiment more. It's still early. So I think he's going to do Lonzo starting at point, Ingram at the 2, LeBron at the 3, Kuzma at the 4, and McGee at the 5. I really hope they try that out because I just don't want Kuz to come off the bench. Although Kuz could be that guy off the bench too. But we're going to need Ingram to be that guy off the bench because starting units, Kuz is bigger. He has the bodies to could defend. And, we know Ingram is lengthy, but, he's stick man. They're pushing him around. Melo and Chris Paul pushed him around that game. That's why he was part frustrated at that too. Like, again, even he mentioned, he didn't get bigger this offseason. He got stronger, but he didn't get bigger. Maybe his body frame just ain't ready to get bigger yet, but that makes a big difference when you're starting against these men, grown-ass men in the NBA. Let the nigga flourish off the bench. Let him hone his craft. Let him get it together off the bench. Kuz is ready to start now. But this is what I think Luke is going to do. Ingram at the 2. I'd rather have that than putting Kuz back on the bench. I sacrificed benching Josh Hart just to keep Kuz in the starting lineup. But I want Hart in the starting lineup, especially over KCP. So I hope that's been established. I hope that won't be an issue. Hart needs to be a starter. If he's not the starter, then put Ingram at the 2. Ingram can, he can guard the 2s in this league. He shouldn't have a problem. He won't be getting pushed around. So I think that might work. But hopefully Luke Walton does that. And I'm done with that part of it. Let's talk about the game. The game tonight, against Minnesota, at Minnesota. It's a game that we should win. They just got their ass whooped by like 30 points. I forgot who it was, but it's not a beast of an opponent. So I think we should be able to win this game. And this should be our first road victory. I'm not going to count Phoenix because number one, it seemed like a home game. Motherfuckers was cheering. And then number 2, it was Phoenix. And Devin Booker didn't even play in the second half. And we blew them up by like 30. We didn't learn anything from that. We just learned, what we know. They just all did what they did. at the maximum capacity against a team that they are way better than. So I'm not impressed with that. I don't even call that a road victory. This will be a nice road victory for the Lakers. I think they need to do what they can to pull this out. You know, these first 10, 12, games is gonna be close. And again, they're still learning. In other teams, like you're gonna get every other team's best. They're like, oh shit, we playing the new LeBron Lakers and all that. They're gonna embarrass us, so you're gonna have that. But come when the season starts, goes toward the middle of the season, these games will start. You'll start to see the change and people's passion and all that to just come out, and it's gonna be different. These games are gonna be tough early because the team is still, we're trying to figure everything out. To talk about the loss against San Antonio, I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at this one. We still fought. We were in position. We had a chance to win the game. I'm more mad at the one that we lost at home. We should have protected home court, and I think we should have won that one. And DeRozan goes bonkers on both. Look, kudos to him. I hope he has a good season. It looks like he is going to have a good season, and I really think that he could be everything that Kawhi was for San Antonio. Only thing Kawhi had over him clearly was the defense, but DeRozan can do it. He has the body, size, and the grit to do it. He can do it. Not at the level of Kawhi, because Kawhi is a defensive specialist, but I think for that offense and for that system, DeRozan could be, he could do everything that Kawhi did. His three-point shooting has gotten better, and Kawhi didn't shoot a lot of threes anyway. His percentage was really good, around 40-some%, but he didn't shoot many at volume. So DeRozan, as a new three-point shooter, I call him, because he just started around last year. He started to really try to improve on it, but he could shoot the three, especially threes that it's not like he's just gonna jack them up. He's not that confident in them. The threes he does take is ones that he really thinks, he's gonna make. So I think that's gonna help him. I ain't mad at losing to them at their house. I give him that one, especially with a performance like that. The fucking shots this nigga was hitting, there was nothing more Hart could do. So that's how I feel about that, and we need this victory. So until next time, stay high.
Subscribe, bastards.